He's going to take some sacks that are his fault. Like, it is what it is.
If it's that number, he hasn't learned.
All right, let's get started. Shot or no shot, a little football. ESPN's Mike Clay revealed his player projections for the 2025 season. Had this line for Caleb Williams as his projection: 3,917 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, takes 45 sacks, a little too high for me, and 455 rushing yards. This would be pretty good. It would break the Bears' franchise record for single-season passing yards. You probably want a few more than 25 touchdowns and a few less than 11 interceptions, but shot or no shot, this would be a successful season for Caleb Williams.
3,900, 25, 11, 575 rushing or there.
455.
455. I'm dyslexic.
That amount of sacks is wild. He's not taking that many sacks. What's the number?
45.
No shot. Cap. 45?
Let's see. How many was the average, like most of the top guys, how much were they sacked last year?
What's the average sack number, Shay, on a regular basis? So, I mean, 45 seems wild to me.
I think Jaden Daniels was in the 40 range last year. You're probably, if you're a really good sack-avoiding quarterback, you're probably looking around 30.
So Daniels and C.J. Stroud were in the top three with Caleb Williams last year, if I recall that.
If we call 40 the baseline, Caleb would be at 45. Mayfield, 40. Rodgers, 40. Will Levis, 41. Justin Herbert, 41. Jaden Daniels, 47. Joe Burrow, 48. Darnold, 48. Geno Smith, 50. C.J. Stroud, 52. Caleb Williams, 68.
Yeah, so we have an iron gate as an offensive line now, Cap, so it won't be 45. 43.
Wow. Mahomes was 36, Jalen Hurts 38. So if you're in that 40 range, I'm good.
I think 45 is probably about right. He's going to take some sacks that are his fault. He did last year. It's going to happen again. Like, it is what it is. It's too many for me, but it's probably about right.
That's a damn shame.
Get me under 40 year 3.
If it's that number, he hasn't learned. I'll put that out there. That means that he's still taking sacks he shouldn't be taking, like last year.
But he will. He will do that. Like 45, at least you're showing me some improvement.
No question.
So, but
if that number's north of 50, we got problems.
So, to Shay's question, shot or no shot, is that successful? That's a shot, based on last year.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a shot. But again, how many games do you win?
Yeah, what does that equal to wins? That
Correct.
Sounds like 9.
Yeah, I have him at 10 and 7.
That 25 and 11 that's a daunting number too. Like you said, I'd like to have a little bit more touchdowns than 25. You love to have that.
Yeah,
I don't mind the risks. I agree with you from last year. I don't care about the risks. It's the quarterback position.
he's going to have more than 6 interceptions.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
And how many touchdowns? 25 would put him fourth all time in a single season. Cuddy had 27. Sid Luckman 28. Cutler again 28. Kramer 29.
And
Mitch,
it would have been
24.
good for top 10 last year.
Yeah, I don't want the risk-averse football that we saw last year, Shay, where you're holding on to the football and you don't want to get sacked, you don't want to turn it over, you don't want to put it in a tight window, and you're scoring late in the third quarter. I don't want that for this upcoming season. I'd rather not.
Correct.
Shay?
Projections also included a rare feat for the Bears receivers. Both Rome Odunze and DJ Moore are projected by ESPN to have 1,000-yard receiving seasons. It would be the third time in Bears history that a receiving duo gets 1,000 yards in a single season. Shot or no shot, Rome and DJ will combine for more than 2,000 receiving yards.
Rome and DJ more than 2,000 yards. I'm going to say that's a shot. That's an absolute shot.
Colston Loveland would like to have a word.
The projections had him at 665.
Oh, okay. All right. How many touchdowns is that, by the way? What do you think?
For Colston Loveland?
Yeah, like
I
5
wouldn't
or
be
6.
surprised if he has more touchdowns than either Rome or DJ with less receiving yards because you use him more in the red zone. Close to the you get in that low red zone and start using your big body basketball background tight end. A lot of 5-yard touchdown catches for Colston Loveland.
So a good friend of mine yesterday was telling me that she was talking to a player on the Bears away from football. She doesn't work in the media, none of that. She happened to bump into this person at an event and said, So tell me about this year's team, like who's really good. She's not the hugest sports fan. And she said that he told her Colston Loveland is going to be one of the best players the Chicago Bears have ever had. This is what he said, that this guy is going to be ridiculous. Caleb looks phenomenal in the mini camps. Wasn't real high on Luther Burden. Doesn't think he's the toughest cat in the world. And thought Rome and DJ was going to be a dynamic combo. Unbelievable how good it looks.
A non-sports fan or non-Bears fan told you this?
From a player on the team.
Okay.
Got it from a player on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll rule that out of hand. We'll just move on there.
Cole Kometz on line 6.
I mean, I love Colston Loveland. I will drink any Kool-Aid on Colston Loveland. I think he's awesome.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
So there's a no shot, Cap. I think they spread the wealth so much that I don't know if we get 2 receivers that have over 1,000 yards.
No, combined though.
Combined.
To get to 2,000,
Yeah.
I do believe that.
No, I don't know if it's more in a Dunze. I think they spread the wealth. If Loveland's everything that we believe that he can be on this level, he'll get his share of yardage and touchdowns. And again, I don't know what Luther Burden is, but I feel like Cole Kmet will have a say. I think the running backs will have a say as well. So I'm going to say no shot today.
Okay. We agree to disagree.
Come back in August and file that away for August.
Okay, Shay, put that on your calendar.
You got it. Sandy Alcantara pitched well again last night. It's a small sample size, but his last 3 starts, he's improved a ton. Last night, threw 100 pitches over 5 innings. You'd like to see him get through a few more innings. Struck out 5, walked just 1, and allowed 2 runs on a pair of solo shots against the Phillies. Trade season starting over the weekend. Rafael Devers gets traded. Put some heat on front offices to start making moves. Shot or no shot, it's time for Jed Hoyer to pull the trigger on Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, no, that's no shot at this point because the package cost is going to be exceptionally high. And so I believe let this play out, 3 or 4 more starts at least, and let's see how he throws.
It's a no shot. Just go to the Red Sox. Get Brian Bello or get Garrett Crochet. All they need is a bag of balls. Go ahead. They don't care about the season. They feel like, that it's a positive, a net positive for Devers to be off the team. We'll just go and with the team we have. We'll go with Campbell and we'll go with the guys that we have here and Trevor Story. Knock on their door. They're dopes.
Yeah, come in. Oh, hey, Jed, what are you doing in town? I was here to pick up Garrett Crochet.
Seriously.
I read something from Boston yesterday that their goal at the deadline now is they're trying to sell Trevor Story. For what?
Sure.
For what?
Sure. They don't have the stomach to pay for it. They didn't want to sign the contract anyway for Devers. They did not. The owner did not want to do that. And then you got all this controversy with Devers, and they're like, okay, anything to get that number off the books. They found a dope, and they found the Giants. We'll eat all the money. Atlanta knocked on the door, by the way, said, we'll take them. Will you take all the salary? Absolutely not. No shot.
Oh, you saw that too? John
Yeah.
Henry vetoed a deal.
Yeah.
Because if they wouldn't take the entirety of the salary.
Giants did it because, and Cap could tell you the story better than I can because he talks to the players. It was a deal that the Giants had to do because of how much money that the players had to give back in taxes and being in San Francisco.
Correct.
They haven't been able to get that star in San Francisco for a long time.
Somebody who works there, who I know, said, we have got to either acquire big contracts because they won't sign with us. They hate San Francisco and what it's become. The taxes in California. They said the Dodgers is at a different level.
Yeah.
It's just it's the Dodgers, it's Hollywood, the whole thing. They said San Francisco is a train wreck to live in. It's expensive. There's homeless. There's all sorts of stuff going on in the city. They don't want their families in there, and they will go other places unless they get grossly overpaid, or you go get somebody else's existing contract that doesn't have a no trade.
All of it.
That's what they did.
They did all of it. So just, you know what? You should be on the horn and be aggregated and just point right in the camera and just say, hey, Red Sox, since you're unloading, give us Garrett Crochet because you're not going anywhere. And this is no blame on Chaim Bloom at all. It's not him.
No.
That's the owner.
Well, it's also Craig Breslow is the president. He's the Jed over there.
Hank Bloom's gone, isn't he?
Isn't Bloom the general manager?
Craig Breslow's
Craig
their
Breslow's
GM.
the president of baseball operations.
Yeah.
He's the guy that made the trade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, at the behest of the owner.
Correct.
The owner wanted him gone.
And apparently he went to the owner and said, look, I want to stay, but if you don't want me here, get me out of here. Boom, gone. 48 hours. See ya. Get out. Unbelievable.
Heim Bloom's with the Cardinals now. Breslow took over. That was the big thing because Bloom signed Devers to the big deal. Then Craig Breslow took over and was like, we don't want you to play third base, and started all this drama.
That's right.
I'll tell you, Cap, you want to knock on the Red Sox door, go get you an Aroldis Chapman again. You really want to turn this into 2016, we're getting deadline Aroldis Chapman.
Yes, that is my mistake. Yes, he's with the Cardinals now. He's actually in town. We're going to have lunch.
Bloom.
Yes.
Wait. Should we get Heim Bloom on to ask about the Red Sox?
That would be awesome.
Yes, I think, yeah.
What do you think?
Craig Breslow, who's a former player. Breslow played in the big leagues.
Former player and current idiot.
Yes, well.
Get me Aroldis Chapman. Trade Alex Bregman. Let's do it all.
Alex
wanna
Bregman's hurt, though.
They want to sell Trevor Story. That's the funniest report I've ever read. I'd rather trade for, like, the corpse of Ted Williams than trade for Trevor Story. Are you out of your mind? Trevor Story's awful.
I would rather be a Cub fan than a Red Sox fan. I'll tell you that right now, Cap. All their good players, they get shipped off. I mean, they're still reeling from the Betts deal. Still reeling that Mookie Betts is not part of the team. Bogart, same thing. Lester, same thing. They're sad that they don't have their guys anymore. And what is that franchise? But yet, you got a bag of balls. Because they just want to unload the deal. That's all. They just want to get relief. They want to be under the tax cap. That's what happened. That's why they made the deal. It's like, this guy didn't want to play. All right, just get him off the books. Yeah, but we can't get an equal value. I don't care about the equal value. Just get him off the books.
Get the money out of here.
It's all a money dump. That's all that was.
That is unbelievable.
So I would be poaching the Red Sox because clearly they have a dope in the chair if you're the Cubs. Theo, do you have an in on? Oh, yeah. Here's his number. Thank you. Yeah, we'd like to have your best starting pitching, please. Thank you. We'd like to have Crochet
You wonder if
for an A player.
Right.
Theo's got a stake in Fenway Sports Group. Just talk to him directly. Cap, why don't you start making deals? Get Theo on the phone and get yourself an Aroldis Chapman.
Theo, can you help us out? We need, we'll take Aroldis and Garrett Crochet, and we'll give you Porter Hodge and some international signing money.
You vulture Jed Hoyer and get the Cubs some players.
Actually, you just offered too much. It's the Red Sox.
That's it.
Anything to dump salary. Will you take the whole salary?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Done. Oh, you're a dope.
What do you want back? Just have Mindy send me some pizza.
That's it. Shay, always remember, Shay, you can always find a dumb GM or bad owner to deal with.
They're out there.
Every time. Find one. Just find the dumbest guy in the room, and he'll trade you. Can you imagine? They got nothing back.
Shay, back in the day at the winter meetings, he knows. I'm talking 30 years ago, owners would drink at the bar at night.
Yeah.
And they would get drunk, and they would make trades and tell the GM, yeah, I just traded Pete Crow Armstrong to whoever. You what? Yeah, the owner and I are friends. I made a trade.
Come on.
Oh, it's a true
Dude,
story.
that stuff would go on all the time.
The prevailing opinion in Boston right now is John Henry's using the Red Sox to fund all his other endeavors. So why don't the Cubs knock on the door and take advantage?
I would do that.
Yeah, come in. All right, we want him, and him. We've got 3 good prospects for you.
Done.
We'll take the money.
Yes, we will. Yes. Will you take all the salary? Oh,
all of it.
Okay, good. Let's sign that off. Send it to the commissioner. Here we go. What?
Like in draft day. We have a trade.
Yeah, do it, Cap. Find a dumb owner, find a dumb GM, and get your ball club ready for the World Series. That's how you do it.
That's it.
Find a dummy.
That's it.
Owners sitting there at the bar, writing trades down on a cocktail napkin.
Right, and telling their GM, I just traded so-and-so. You what?
The napkin that you put your drink on. Here you go. What do you think about this deal? How about if we did this deal?
That's exactly what it was.
How about this? And I'll trade you and give you cash compensation in my pocket. How about that? Take that. All right. For real? Hey, we got a deal here. What?
I just traded so-and-so.
It's on the napkin.
No, you did not. Pete Armstrong going nowhere.
We have Around the NFL. That is next on Kap